Hi, and good evening.
Hello.
We're talking to you. It's after 8 o'clock here in Pennsylvania. We waited until we put the kids to bed, and now we're losing the light, as they say in the film business. So we're going to try to talk quickly. Um, we're coming here to speak about something that's been going on the last few days, some major issues about money, and a hot topic um, that happens in any relationship. We've been doing our best to stay level-headed and be open-hearted and open ears instead of just open mouth when we discuss things. And it's coming along and it's great and everything, and hooray. But I think what I really was thinking about today was that we've been married coming up on 7 years, and we were together about 2 years before that. So it's close to a decade that we've been together, and we still are in what I see as the very beginning stages of really learning how to communicate with one another. Um, we we work on it a lot, and it's still just like, you know, in the heat of the moment, things get said, and then later it's like, when you do that, it makes me feel this way, or you always react like that, and I didn't think that was a big deal, and can't understand why. And you get all this stuff, but it's all real, and it's all worth listening to. But man, it takes a lot of work just to kind of get to a point where I think we're getting, which is we can have a disagreement and just like, this is how I feel, this is how you feel. We're going to meet in the middle, and then we're going to move on with our fantastic day. It's just not that simple. It's closer to it's closer now to being that simple than it ever was. But again, we've been together close to 10 years. It takes a long time to work on that.
Yeah, that's something that have thought about a lot, especially when friends get married and they're so excited about their wedding and being engaged, and nobody really thinks about the work that goes into being married. It's a lot of work. It's a challenge. It's two people coming together and sharing their life together, which means not only compromising when just like when one person has a different opinion than the other, but just the fact that we each go on our own journey, right? Like, we go on different journeys, and different things happen to both of us that change us. And then it's almost like we're readapting to how to live and communicate with each other. So it's just an ongoing process. And, we always have the choice in everything in our perspective. So we have the choice to say, this is really hard, I don't know that I want to do it anymore, or you just accept it and say, this is just life. This is just life. Everything ebbs and flows, and things are going to change, and we're going to have to communicate differently maybe than we did last year and the year before that, and then communicate differently a year from now. So we've done marriage counseling in the past, and we're feeling like it's time for it again.
It's overdue.
Yeah,
It's not a desperate need. See how I just cut her off?
but it's helpful.
But it's so awesome.
But
Like,
you need that
the
other
perspective
on it,
exactly.
because you're so stuck in it. Like, I'm telling you, him and I have had some of the same arguments for
Thousands of times. It must
about
be
a decade.
thousands. It must be thousands of times.
The same argument,
Yeah.
and things have changed, and it was different when he wasn't sober and I didn't really know it, and those kind of behavioral things. And we've had deaths in the family, and depression and anxiety, and businesses and stress and all that. But it's something that we all bring into our marriage, and it changes things. So it's good to have that outside and somebody give you tools.
And when it gets really ugly, I can only speak for myself, but when it gets really ugly and I'm really just like, the rage is just like seething through my body. I have issues with temper, so not everyone's gonna feel that, but I know people get angry. Everybody gets angry. And when you get there, sometimes it's just so hard to even imagine why you want to continue to work on this thing. There's got to be so much other better stuff out there. It would be so easy to bail, and it's so easy to get divorced these days, and everybody does it, so no one's even going to ask you twice, like, oh really, okay, like, whatever. There's no stigma to it, so you wonder why you stick to it. So I don't know. It's just, this desire to be with this person, and it's like you have to want it.
And we still like each other.
Most of the time.
Okay, that's not helping.
I think we always love each other, that we don't always like each other. That's how I see it. But anyway, it's getting dark, and I can't tell if you can see our eyeballs, but we are being sincere right now. And so we're going to go to marriage counseling. We're both looking forward to that. And there's hope.
Report back.
Yeah. And there's hope for you if you've been in a relationship for a while and you're like, we're still having the same argument. It could go on.
Do something about it.
And don't be so shocked. Don't be so disappointed. It's just human nature.
And nobody ever taught us how to be married. Most of us watched our parents. Tell me how that worked out.
Yeah. Those were not some of the best teachers.
So we need to learn how to communicate, how to talk, how to express our feelings. It's a natural thing to do, but still we're not taught it. So,
all right.
Challenge of the day.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. We love you. Have joy.
Have joy.
And we'll speak to you tomorrow.
Bye.